they're going to save that beneficiary money on that funeral. So a nice, really nice added feature there. Like I said, that Everest funeral planning is built into the product. Nothing needed by the client, no extra cost. They just get that with this FE Express Solutions product. Flexible payment options, we'll dive into that a little bit more here in a moment. I'm going to keep powering forward here for you guys. I said this is an easy application. I mean that it's taking less than 10 minutes. I think on average now it's actually less than 9 minutes to complete the application from start to finish. So super, super fast. Like I said, there's no refer to underwriter. There's no back and forth with new business. You're getting that approval in the app within seconds of you getting the signatures done between you and the client. So really, really fast. Funeral planning, right? The Everest rider I just touched on, that's available to the client 24/7, 7 days a week. And then we have really high face amounts. We can go up to $50,000 of coverage up to age 75. So very, very competitive, high face amounts available for this product. Here are some features at a glance. On the left side here in the orange column, you can see FE Express Solutions. That is the day one coverage product, right? So keep in mind, this is a simplified issue product. This is not guaranteed issue. However, we are getting more folks approved for day one coverage than most carriers. So on the left side, you see FE Express Solution. That's day one coverage. You'll notice we're going to do level premiums up to age 100. We have risk classes that are going to be select tobacco or select non-tobacco. So there's no more preferred and standard like you might have been used to in the past. It's either select tobacco or select non-tobacco. The rates are going to be comparable to our standard rates on immediate solution. They're actually less expensive on this product than our immediate solution standard from age 65 and up, which is usually this demographic, right? So priced competitively. Issue ages, we can go as low as 18 years old and as high as 85. You'll know most carriers out there probably go down to 45 or 50 years old. So we can go as low as 18 years old on this product and up to age 85. Product minimum is $5,000, so a little bit different than our old final expense. Product minimum entry point is $5,000. And then you notice at the bottom here, as I mentioned earlier, we can go up to $50,000 of coverage up to age 75, and then age 76 to age 85, we can go up to $25,000 of coverage. Now on the right side, you'll notice TransAmerica graded FE Express. So in the app, the client doesn't qualify. I mentioned this is a simplified issue product. If they don't qualify for day one coverage, they may still qualify for the graded option. This is going to be a higher risk client. They've got more conditions, more health issues going on. And so rather than us offer them day one coverage and rather than us decline them, we may give them an offer for a graded product. Premium is going to be higher. Death benefit is going to work a little different. And the way that works is it's a return premium plus 10% within the first 2 years. So if the client passes away in the first 2 years of the policy, TransAmerica is going to return premium to the beneficiary plus 10%. We're going to add on, pay back the client or beneficiary. And after that 2 year period, let's say the client passes away in year 7, what's going to happen? It works as a traditional death benefit after that 2 year period. So in year 7, in that scenario, we'll pay out the death benefit like a normal policy. A little different guidelines here. So we can go up to age 80 and as low as 18. And then the face amount maximum is only $25,000 on the graded death benefit option. So really in the app, you'll get 3 solutions. You'll either get day one coverage offer, you'll get a graded offer or a decline. And that's it. Again, no refer to underwriter, no back and forth with new business. Those are the 3 options that are going to appear in the app as you're going through it. So I mentioned we have, flexible payment options. We can do credit card, debit card, Social Security billing, and ACH. I want to point out debit card and credit card are paid as earned for commission. So debit card and credit card, remember, we will accept them, but they are paid as earned for commissions. And then for Social Security billing, we do offer Direct Express MasterCard as well as traditional Social Security billing. One thing to note, I like to call out, is we do true Social Security billing. There's only a few carriers out there that I'm aware of that do this. And what that means is this is really beneficial to you and your clients, because if a client gets paid on, let's say, the third of the month, and that happens to fall on a holiday, so they get paid the Friday before, right? Their deposit hits early because of that holiday situation. Our bank knows that, and our bank is actually pulling the money out that Friday before within hours of them getting that deposit. What that means for you is higher persistency, right? It's going to help you guys keep policies on the books because our bank is aligning up that payment with when they get paid exactly. And that scenario for other carriers that don't have this true Social Security billing, what usually happens is the client gets paid that Friday before, they use all their money over the weekend, and by Monday or Tuesday, when that carrier goes to pull the money out, it's not there anymore, right? And now you've got to scramble, the client's got to scramble to try to get that payment in and keep that policy on the books. For us, you have that peace of mind because we're definitely aligning that payment up with when they're truly getting paid, right? Even on the off days. So if you have somebody who's doing Social Security billing, please definitely take a look at us. Not only is that going to be beneficial to your client, it's going to be beneficial to you guys because you're going to keep more policies on the books that way. And of course, ACH, traditional bank draft, we do offer as well. Now, I mentioned we're going to dive into some underwriting details here. If you're familiar with our old immediate solution portfolio, this is going to be a similar underwritten product. However, it's going to be a little bit more lenient. And what I mean by that is our old final expense, if there was two conditions, whether they were related or not, we basically said these are two standards, so you get pushed to a graded offer.